2 locations, Shanghai and Seoul. 2 events, MADCORE.wav and SORIMIX2. 2 terminologies,音MAD and YTPMV. These 3 attributes are why I'm giving this video the 3-term title, the fat one. Also, this is just going to be a figure update, summer 2026, because I've got a bunch of stuff to show that I picked up over the last year or so, and yeah, I gotta show it off, show how rich I am. Anyway, yeah. So over the course of this month so far, I went to at the beginning of this month went to Shanghai for MADCORE, and then Seoul shortly after for SORIMIX2. Those are the 2 offline MAD events that happened this month. I also went to Japan for a short bit for another event, which isn't really MAD related, but it kind of is. I'll get to that later. So yeah, I'll share some footage from the events that I can show, because I know for SORIMIX2 there are a lot more privacy concern there, so I can't show a lot of footage from that, or I just have to censor it. But at that point, it's like there's not a whole lot of point to show the footage, but I'll show what I can. So yeah, went to the very beginning of this month, went to Shanghai there, got to also I hung out with Moon TDN for about this whole trip. He was with me in China, South Korea, Japan, so we went to basically all the same stuff. So yeah, Moon was there. He was one of the main event organizers for MADCORE.wav. Got my ticket there. A little focus. There we go. Also has my they asked me to write my name on the back, and obviously it's coming off now, but yeah, that's it's like this isn't the ticket you get in, it's just a sun they give you as like a souvenir, so that's cool. Yeah, so just to describe a little bit about the event, it was at the Cream Club there in Shanghai. I should say too, like when I was talking to Moon about this, there is not like much concept of a DJ scene or like club scene in China, and so basically I think what it is a lot of people in China are not familiar with that scene, and so it tends to be run a bit differently, and I think it'll make more sense when I explain how the event in South Korea was in Seoul. But it was a really cool event. Like, that was the first offline MAD event I had ever attended, offline MAD YTPMV. Like, it really was it's really cool to see everyone. You know, you may not know everyone there. It is cool that you probably do know quite a few people there, but like everyone there is as enthusiastic about something that like you are super enthusiastic about, and it's like a very niche thing. Like, it's not a generic anime convention or like music and gaming festival like MagFest is, where like there's a whole bunch of different mediums, and of course you have like the separate like panels and stuff that'll go over those those specific niches. But here it's like just one centralized thing that's like hours on end, and like everyone is like super amped about it, and it's like it's just so cool to be in that space where everyone gathers for a few hours and just watches these videos or these performances, which I'll get to those in a second. But yeah, and like everyone was like so kind to hang out with. Like, they're so excited to see me. I was excited to see them. Like, I got to meet who did I meet? I met Lixi Baka, Essetane, who I learned he hosts the I think he hosted the first Chromium collab, but then he hosted the second one. There was, oh man, my memory is so bad of names. I'm sorry. Is it? It's the guy that makes the Lucky Star videos, or like he uses Lucky Star a lot. I wish I could remember his name. I want to say it's Shiro. I'm sorry if I get that wrong, but I think it's Shiro. Met Snar, Fanwen, Dakeyub, who I also did a voice call with, which was very funny. Yeah, there's like seriously, I got so many business cards. Like even if I like, this is one thing I learned, that even if I don't speak English, or I don't speak Chinese to these people, or like they don't speak English, like just having that business card to share, like I think that's like, even that is a really good interaction to have those people. So like, you know, even though there was like a fair amount of people that could actually speak English there, and so I could talk with them and whatnot, like just having that business card interaction to share with them. Actually, I have mine right here. We'll focus. This camera has like, really wants to focus on my face, so there we go. This is my business card. It's a recreation of like my 88 by 31 button on my website. There's the back. The problem is I did not bring enough of these, and so I could not hand them out to people. Like I brought what I thought was a lot of these to the event, and then like within, also that's my cat, sorry. I brought a lot of these to the event, and within like, I think it was less than a half an hour, like I was already out of all of them. Like I'd met so many people by that point, and it, like that's when I realized, oh shoot, again, just going up to people and sharing your business card, even if you may not know them, like, because I think that's what a lot of people were doing with me. They might, you know, there was a lot of people that didn't know who I am, but I mean, I probably stuck out because I'm like the only foreigner there. But even so, like if I had brought more of them, I would have like gone up to people and just shared mine and have a little interaction. You know, maybe they actually do speak English and you can have a little conversation. But again, like, point is just meeting everyone there, you know, that's super amped about MAD and YTPMV. Like it really was eye-opening. Like again, the closest I have been to something like that is the Siva Gunner rave at MagFest. But like this was like, so, because the Siva Gunner rave was on a lot larger scale. It was at the main stage there at MagFest, and so this was like a lot more intimate, and you got to hang out with a lot of people during the event. And yeah, it was just like, I really can't stress enough like how awesome that was, and I'm so glad I went. But anyways, about the event itself, so the one in China, the way that was ran is they had like a bunch of different stuff they show throughout the event. So they did DJ sets where they're actually like mixing the MADs live. Like I think they prepare like an idea of the set they have in mind, and maybe even like practice it, and then basically just play that back. Well, not play it back, but you know, they're mixing it live essentially. So they have those. They have collab premieres. So there was like there's a Blue Archive collab, I think. I think there was another one, and then there was the major one they showed near the end, MADCORE.wav. I'll get to that in a bit. They also like had individual videos that people submitted, I think like specifically for the event. So there was like a Girls Last Tour video. There was there was one video that was like very I don't want to say it was like lore heavy. Like it had a lot of I think that, like, essentially it was all in Chinese, so unfortunately I did not this one in particular I could not understand almost any of it, but it was like about this space mission or something, like something like that. I mean, it was cool, but I couldn't tell you what it was about. But I got like a business card for it. I wish I had that with me right now. I could show it. But so they had that. They had well, the probably the most unique thing they had, and I was not expecting this, was they had a like live sketch performance. So they had 2 people there who I believe were previously OMAD creators, I think. If not, then they were just like, they're people that like currently they do like stuff like this, like sketch comedy or something. And so they did a performance on stage where like the whole premise was like, oh, where you have these like videos made by one person, or you have these collabs made by multiple people. We're gonna make a video made with 0 people. Of course, that was just gonna be like they have an AI make it essentially, but it was really funny. Like there wasn't any AI involved with it, like in terms of the actual production of it. It was just a, you know, for the fun of it. Like the joke was like, we're gonna make a video with 0 people. That's the idea. And so they did a whole it's on Billy with I think you can like translate the subs automatically to English, and you can get like most of the you can get like the general gist of it. I think there's a lot of inside Chinese jokes within the community in there, but like you can definitely understand the premise. Like you can understand the premise of it, like even visually, because there's a lot of visual gags in it, because they basically do this whole sketch thing where they have this guy, they put this thing on him, and like then he goes backstage, and then like he's shown on the projector as a pre-recorded thing where they like, I mean they're talking to him, but it's, you know, all planned out, and then they do a bunch of silly stuff, like put effects on him, and then ultimately they do show a silly video at the end. Like it was really funny. So that was like really, really cool. I was not expecting that. Yeah, and then they near the end they had the premiere of Chromium 2, which actually, well, this isn't for Chromium 2, this is for the first Chromium, but they were selling these at a booth there. Like they actually had a few people selling stuff there at the event. So this was this is like a magazine that they, here, this is like a magazine showing the behind the scenes of some production of the parts. Most is in Chinese. There's actually the one by Nari, if I can find it here. Yeah, he actually wrote his in English, which I'm actually not sure why, because Nari's from Japan, but he wrote about his part in English. Or maybe it was like machine translate. I don't know. But yeah, really, really, really cool. And also they were selling I think it's a DVD with the full collab on it for Chromium, the first one. I actually haven't checked this out yet, but I'm gonna put that in my DVD player soon, see what's on it. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else to discuss. I mean, I can show some of the other stuff from the... Oh yeah, there was this keychain. Gotta like put it up to the camera and then... Come on. Please. You gotta see it. It's the Tomate Deco. It's the girl doing this thing. It's like a keychain of her. I forget the name of the artist. This is parodying. All right, well, maybe you won't see this. Maybe in 4K, because I mean, yeah. Also, yeah. By the way, make sure you're watching this on the like your widest format possible, largest screen possible. Get all the detail. None of this like watching. If you're watching on a phone, you're doing yourself a disservice. I forget what the hell David Lynch says. Watch it on your telephone. Come on, get real. Well, I think this is just not going to focus at all. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, she's doing the little pose there. Got the mask. Yeah, this is like parodying the outfit of some artist or something. I forget their name. I got this. Is this even going to show up? This is like a illustration of. I think you can kind of see it there. Illustration of Karen on this. Karen from a Kiniro mosaic. I got these. Will these show up on camera well? Yeah, they do. I think so. These are like I think this one will be a little more obvious. Is it? Well, anyways, these are like holographic cards that I think it was Professor Brian was selling these. He just gave them to me for free. And there's a bunch of them here. Probably not gonna show up very well on camera, but anyways, yeah, really cool. There's a classic. Yeah, it's showing both at the same time, but yeah, in person here you can like flip between the two. I think that's everything. Oh, that's right. A Snar gave me this. It's like addressed specifically to me, which I think this is just like a candle with like an illustration of his. I think it's his original character on it, like his avatar. But yeah, like I was not expecting this. You just hand it to me and there it is. So thank you very much, Snar, for that. Appreciate it. It's really cool. Like, is there significance to it being a candle? Like, I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. Oh, yeah, of course. And then I also got this acrylic stand there. It's the Nico headquarters blowing up. I saw this and instantly had to get that. That was really funny to me. So yeah, so that was MADCORE. That was like I want to say it was like 300 people. It was, if I recall. Like, I don't want to overestimate. Like, it might have been 400, maybe. There was quite a few people there. Like it was a pretty spacious venue too, all things considering, especially when compared to the one in South Korea, which the nature of it being spacious really didn't matter that much, but I'll get to it in a second. It's kind of funny to me. Yeah, so that was MADCORE.wav. We had I did cosplay for part of the event too, so I'll probably show a photo of that right now. What is this? Leave a comment if you know what this is. Guess the movie. Wink. Anyway, so that was MADCORE.wav, but they actually had a side event the following day. Like, I actually do not know the context behind this, exactly why they did this, but they had Oto Yuri the following day, which was like, it even says on here somewhere, it's like they're watching MAD's and Yuri anime, but I guess something happened where, like, it might have been like Lixie Baka or somebody, like, basically overtook the event, and then it was just only MAD. Like, there was no Yuri anime whatsoever. Like, apparently it was actually supposed to be that originally, but then they just end up playing MADs, and there was only like, I think it was only like 50 to 60 people at that. Like, it was very, very small. And then all it was is we just hung out and watched different MADs. They played, I think the funniest thing they played, well, there's a few. They played all of the Infinite Quality Achieved set from MagFest that Zarble made, and then they played like Zarable's Funny Rave set. They played both of those in whole, just back to back, and we were all partying during that and going crazy. That was a great time. And then they also, like, I mean, this is just so absurd to me. Like when they put on a Plants vs. Zombies medley, and like Plants vs. Zombies is super popular over in China, and then like everyone went nuts over that when it came on. That was just so funny to me. But yeah, that was a good time. Like it was just that was super chill, just hanging out watching OMADs, and yeah, that was basically the Shanghai trip. I got I bought some stuff from like a couple stores there. I also got some pictures. I'll probably show those on screen right now. Also, if you're wondering what the hell MADCORE.wav looks like, well, here you go. Yuri.
deep, dark, low, 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 deep, dark, low. Penis. Oh, my penis. I'm so happy that I have found you.
Alright, so that was MADCORE.wav. Now on to SORIMIX2 in Seoul, South Korea. So this was at the Azito Live Hall, I think is how you pronounce it, which is a much smaller venue. There was also less people here, but that didn't change anything in terms of the event at all, because the event was awesome. That was really, really good. So the difference between this one and MADCORE.wav was the way this event was structured. It was like very, very tightly scheduled in terms of like everything was just very thorough, and like it was, or like the pace just kept going. And so they had, really, it was only DJ sets and then like pre-prepared MAD mixes. And so the DJ sets, you would have a person on stage actually performing the set, and then the mixes, they would just pre-play the video, and we essentially just watch it and party and everything. And I so like compared to, and this is just my personal opinion, and also like I should say up front, both of the events were like awesome. I enjoyed every moment of them. The way SORIMIX2 was structured though was like it was only the DJ sets and those OMAD mixes, and it was like alternated between the two. And it was very nonstop. This is also one difference they had, and again, this relates back to how in China they again like don't have this sort of club culture, so I think it's a bit different over there. But in Korea, they just had you stand the whole time, which I think is pretty standard at any DJ event like that. Or like if you want to sit down, you can go in the back. But in the one in China, they actually had you like they requested you sit down during a lot of the segments. It was only like during the I think maybe only the DJ sets that they had people stand, and like if you wanted to stand, you actually had to go to the back for that, which normally it'd be the reverse for that. And I was told like in addition to the the lack of a club scene over there in China, like it was also just that the location of the screen was like a bit low, so they wanted more people to be able to see the screen. I think that's been that way at the last few venues, because the venues are a little atypical to how I think a club venue like that would be, which compared to the one in South Korea, that one was like, it was clearly made for this, and like you had the screen like a lot higher up, and so it wasn't a problem there. Yeah, so the SORIMIX2 was just like, in addition to it being just very focused on those two things. Like, it was also like very fast paced. Like, it felt basically non-stop to me, where you had one of these segments, DJ set or the mix, a few minute break, and then you're immediately on to the next one. The one in China, it was more like you had a few of the segments back to back. Now, some of them, again, because some of them were just like individual video or a collab, and they just had you sit down during those. I mean, they were still fun to watch, but the one in Korea, I think this is like the one aspect I did like about it a lot is, again, you're staying the whole time, and like everyone is super amped the entire time. And I think it just like being stood up the entire time really contributes to that, like having everyone excited the whole time. So that was like the aspect. But again, what I did like about MADCORE by comparison was there was a lot of original like stuff made just for the event, like the Chromium 2 collab, or the whole stand-up segment. Like, that was very unique to that event in China. And the one in the SORIMIX2, that was more, these DJ sets and mixes. You're just taking pre-existing videos and then mixing them together. The DJ sets were basically just that. The ones that were pre-prepared mixes, they actually did do some original stuff for that, so that was cool. But it was, for both of them, you were still taking from existing videos and then mixing them together in some way. And I should say, too, that it was interesting seeing the differences in video selection as well. So it felt to me like the one in China actually maybe took, obviously from videos from Billy a lot, but also took like a fair amount of Western videos, and also a lot of Japanese videos, like from Nico. And then the one in Korea was almost only Korean videos. There was, I think it was by Yasum. His set like actually had a lot of Western videos in it, which was really cool. Which there was a lot of Western videos in like sets by Lixi Baka for the one in China, or like by Acetane too. Like, I think Acetane had quite a few. But again, by comparison, like basically what I'm trying to say, China had a lot of diversity in it, whereas Korea, they mostly only had Korean videos. And actually, there was a DJ set by Emotart who was actually supposed to attend in person, but unfortunately he couldn't be there. SORIMIX2, and that one was like a mix of Japanese videos and Korean videos. That was actually really, really well done. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I got to again meet a good amount of people in Korea. Less people could speak English there, I think, and also again, like, because I had basically ran out of business cards by that point, so it was really difficult to find a way to interact with these people, like start up a conversation. But I did get to meet a few people. I was curious if he was going to be there, but he used to go by webcam_YTP, and like at some point he removed his Twitter, like rebranded it or something. And now, like many years ago, I interacted with him at some point with some like Reaper scripting thing on Twitter, and like he actually came up to me and like was describing like how we had previously interacted, and I was like, oh my god, like are you webcam? And he's like, yeah. So that was a really cool moment there. And like he actually he was one of the people that could speak English, so I could have a conversation with him. So that was really cool. But yeah, I got to see Cloud Dragons. Is it Sano? I think it is the host of the event, like the main organizer. Actually, I should say they did have sort of during one of the segments there, a sort of a live sketch portion. It was very short, but that was actually really cool to see. Like during one of the, I think that one was just a mix. It wasn't a DJ set, but maybe I'm wrong. But they had like the two participants up there. It was Sano and somebody else, and they had like a whole. It was like a whole boxing match segment with like visuals made for it. Like actually, that was like one of the coolest parts of SORIMIX2. That whole segment, and I think that's like something that I don't think is gonna exist as like video, because again they're a lot more privacy oriented there, so you just had to be there in person for that. I will say that sort of the unfortunate part is I do find these videos, or like these things made for the event, like they feel much more engaging when you are there, because you have everyone around, like everyone's reaction to it. Like some stuff in the videos are made in such a way where it's like you're trying to get a specific interaction from the audience, like them cheering or clapping, or like getting a bait and switch type thing. Like it's really difficult to replicate that experience just watching on a computer screen or something. Like especially like for the type of music they tend to use for these sets, especially for like the Chromeme and Chromeme2 collabs. Like those are, I think, super awesome. Like that, it really is like I think one of the best collabs I've seen, hands down. But like, and maybe it's only because I've been there, but I feel like when I'm watching it back on like my computer, it's not nearly the same as being there in person, experiencing it with everyone and going crazy over it. Like, you know, seeing it for the first time, and you know, it could be all those factors combined, like seeing it for the first time in person and all this stuff, yada yada. But like, to me, it makes it difficult to watch it now, because it's like, oh, like I just want to be there in person, you know, seeing everyone's reaction to it and everything like that was super cool to me. So like, definitely check it out. I think it's like check out everything you can from both of these events. Like, people put a lot of time and effort into it, and I think it shows. And again, like, there's some of the, like, one of the coolest things I've ever been to, and it really does make me so proud of this community, and just what, you know, just putting faces to all this. Like, I know obviously, like, due to the nature of what we do at times, and like, you know, the source material we use and whatnot, that we want to stay private about that ourselves. But like, I really think keeping the community engaged like this, and having, you know, because we're just all people at the end of the day, just wanting to make cool things and put it out there in the world. And so like, seeing those people in person, and I don't know, is the camera focusing right now? I don't know, but seeing those people in person, hanging out with them, engaging over this stuff, being excited about it, like, it really is a incredible experience. So, all right, that's my sappy talk out of the way. So, and that's the events out of the way. So if there's some like other videos or something, I might show it here, pictures or something, I don't know, but All right, now for... Well, actually, no, not quite yet, because... Can't do the figure update quite yet, because then I went to Japan for about a week or so after that. So, in Japan, I was just there for, like... Was just going to hang out for... You know, look at the sights around Tokyo and stuff. Not really going to do much. But then we ended up learning that there's an event there hosted by... I got to get this name right. This is like my one note. Kaminage, I think is his name. So he was hosting an event there at the Loft Plus One, which is actually where that Friends event, FRENZ, the like motion graphics event, or like motion graphics video, that type of, like, it's been a thing for a long time now, almost 20 years, I think. But it's hosted at that same place, which I was there last year when we, as part of our group Zoyozo, exhibited our video there. That was really cool. But so it's funny. So I ended up going back there again this month for it was a Inmu and Cookie talk with like an actual actor from Inmu and an actual voice actor from, you know, the whole Toho Cookie Inmu thing. So it was Yamin, and then I forget the other guy's name, but he was like I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a whole lot about Inmu, and not even Cookie a whole lot, but it was like the Inmu was like the shopkeeper or someone in that series. So they were both there, and it was just basically like a few hour talk show conversation with them, where they did a few things. They had a opening sketch by who I don't think it was revealed at first, but later in the event it was revealed. It's like a guy that's actually part of the SGI, like the cult over there in Japan. So you had Inmu, Cookie, and SGI, like, and that opening act was actually like super, super funny. I can probably put a video of it here. So yeah, it was just a like 3-person talk show where they basically talked about from what I understand, the gist of it is they were talking about their history related to Cookie and Inmu. There was even like a history segment played like earlier when people were coming in, just about Inmu in general, like the general history of that. And then I think they sort of talked about, because they showed during this event there was this adult video that was actually put together by like almost, or maybe it was completely exclusively in terms of production, but like all OMAD creators in Japan. And so I think they like talked about the relation of that and how that's like similar in a sense to the whole Cookie and Inmu thing, that sort of stuff. And they also did a segment where they like Yamin and the Inmu dude like played a fighting game against each other. That was really funny. Yeah, that was a good time, and got to also meet him at the end, which it was really funny. It was like the way they present themselves are like very like idols in a way, which I guess makes sense, but it was it was really funny to me just seeing how they present themselves not as normal people. I want to say that like they really do present themselves as these like idols, but they're really cool. And yeah, I was glad I was able to learn about that last second and able to join in there. So that made me really glad I took a stop by in Japan for that. So anyways, I think now it's time for the figure update. So I mean, you got to see some of the stuff that I got from, you know, the events in Shanghai. I didn't they weren't really selling anything at the one in Korea, so I didn't get anything there. But let's see. So I went to where did I put? Oh, okay. Here we go. So in Japan, went to Tower Records, picked up not only the original, what was it, Mamorin Curse soundtrack, but picked up both of the arranges. You know, I had to pick those up like this. They're the only copies there. Got them all, but yeah, that was really cool. Got to find those there. What else? Yeah, I also got like, you know, some. Well, actually, no, I'll save that for later. We got a whole Tedo segment, I'm afraid to say. Oh yeah, so I went to Shibamada. Got the map there. I got Japanese Twitter famous from posting a picture of me holding the "Come on over to Shibamada" sign. Also got this is like the candy that those candy cutters, that one source from Shibamada, they're cutting them up is from that same place. So it's just like cough drops basically. But yeah, Shibamada is actually like, I think that was probably my favorite place I was at in Japan this time. Like it's such a cool little area. Like the shrine and everything. The shrine is where like most of the sources originate, but like hearing I know this is like such silly, nerdy, whatever you want to call it, OMAD stuff, but hearing the railroad crossing train sound, like hearing that in person, like is so funny to me. You know, just because you only hear that in the OMAD video, but then hearing that in person, it's just a normal ass thing, but you can't deassociate from it. So that was really funny to me. Oh yeah, I didn't show this, but I got a so I apologize, it's like a mess because I was like sweating and everything, but that's the MADCORE.wav t-shirt. Moon TDN hooked me up with that, so thank you, Moon. Appreciate that. Oh yeah, also picked this up. I don't know why they were selling it. This was at like, I did not know they have Toys R Us in China. This was just there. Like, that's crazy. Anyway, oh yeah, so I went to this was at it was a Akiba hobby store, like up somewhere north in Tokyo. So it was only Toho stuff. So I got this bag there. Also got that bag. Got a few T-shirts. Also got this. What was it, like Toho Lost Word? I think is what it is. It's not a Fumo, but it's a cute Cherno plush. I like the highlights on her too. It's really cute. So got that. Oh, so no, hold on. I also went to Comiket for I did actually get tickets for 2 days, but I only ended up going the second day. The first day I was just actually busy with work, but went the second day, got to see Comiket. That was really cool. Definitely glad I got the early entry because I was able to get literally everything I wanted within like less than an hour. And then, you know, when people started coming in, it did get a lot more busy. But look, it's funny, within like that first hour, it was like way more spacious than like Anime Expo is. Like it like everything's so much easier to find too. Like they definitely like got things way more organized there. But I can show some stuff I got from that. So we got this from Gishiki, who actually, I don't know how much they want to associate with their past, but they actually used to make OMADs. Like, they made the Killer World, I think, video. They also, excuse me, also were part of like several collabs back in the day. Like, but now they just do art, basically. I got a little art book from them. Check that out. Oh yeah, I actually do really like their art. I think it's like it's very I don't even want to say goth, but it's funny. It's like, I think it's very much made to appeal to a Western audience, I want to say, but it has like that Japanese influence to it. So, do you know the real me? Yes, I do. Yeah, so I got that. It also came with obviously the bag, but then you got these acrylics. Like his two, they actually have names, Kyoko and Yuko. I assume that's their names. So yeah, really cool. What else? Got this, let's see. Got this Miku art book from Takepon. I really like their art. Got some cute drawings of Hatsude Miku. I think, yeah, really cool. I know this artist at one point sold like a crazy big tapestry, I want to say, like of just Miku. Like, it was super well drawn. I'm pretty sure it was them that made that. Yeah, really cool. Also picked up these. Got Remilia and Flandre and Pacheli. Oh, and also, I think this is the last thing I got. So this is, where is the, oh yeah, here it is. So the adult video I was talking about earlier that was produced by basically all, or like mostly OMAD participants, they actually had the booth there for that. So this is the adult video I'm referring to. It's with like some, I apologize, I do not know the name of this character from Toho, but this is this is also the all ages release, but there is a adult one as well. But yeah, so there's the DVD for that, and then also they had this, I think this is like the making of it, which I don't think I can show what's inside. But also there's I'm pretty sure that's all the creators on the back there. Like a bunch of those are people involved in the OMAD scene. So yeah, that was really cool. I wasn't actually expecting them to be there, so yeah, I didn't pick up a whole lot, but it was cool to walk around Comic-Con. Actually got to see Beat Mario and Zune there. It was funny to me, like Zune is just, you know, selling his latest Doujin work, and like has zero line, is just like he's a normal booth like anyone else there, just selling his latest thing. I think the Beat Mario booth actually had more people lining up for that, but yeah, Zune was like, you just walk up and he's right there. So yeah, Comcat, really cool. Oh yeah, and then so I also got these at the airport on my way out. These are like, Nintendo sells these gachapon things of like parts of controllers. I don't know if this will pick up very well, but this is like the N64 joystick, and then has the Super Nintendo controller buttons, the A, B, X, Y. Also has like that's the Super Famicom variant. Yeah, you can see that a little bit better. So, not the one I want. I want the like the GameCube joystick, but I've not been able to get. I've rolled this gachapon thing twice when I was there this time and last year in Japan. I've not gotten that before, so I still need to get it. Anyway, so I think that is everything I picked up while in Japan. Oh yeah, they also had like a, I don't know what this is, like a plush of that and a keychain. The adult video thing. Will that focus? Good enough. No. Whatever. Oh no, there. Well, okay. You see it. Oh well. Also, yeah, I got a Miyako figure from is it Surugalia? Something like that. Anyway, I wish I could get the Yuno figure with this one too, but I didn't see her there, so I gotta find that one another time. So yeah, had a great time visiting China, South Korea, Japan. If you have like any questions about any of those, I'd be happy to answer you. Like it was, I will say this is like for resample, which if you know what resample is, it's an initiative being managed by me and a couple other people within the community here in the West, where we're acting like as a hub and like promoting the OMAD and YTPMV community here in the West, with the goal ultimately, like, is one of the ultimate goals is like being able to hold a standing alone event like the one in China or South Korea, or the ones in Japan as well, because they've had a bunch of them in Japan. This one in China was the third one, I think, and the one in Korea was the second one. And again, like, there's been over a dozen in Japan, but there's really never been anything like that in the West, and we really want to like help bring the community together in order to make this happen. And like, after visiting these two events in person, like, it really does make me want to keep working towards it. Like, it makes me realize that there's a lot of work to be done, but I think as a community we can make it happen. Like, I want to see Evan because I think you have to be there in person to really, like, I think even seeing it from the sidelines, like, you can tell how cool it is, but being there in person, like, it's just it's difficult to describe, like, just how amazing it actually is to have something like that. Like this is what the community can do when we work together and come together to make something like this happen. So anyways, all right, now for the summer figure update 2026, the fat one. So, I mean, first we gotta get the Kasane Teto block out of the way. So this is the Nendoroid Kasane Teto. This is their OG design. You got the, what's she got there? Like the baguette, little robot. Oh, does she have beer? Like, what is going on there? That's a really cute Nendoroid. Also got the synthesizer V Kasane Teto. She got like bat wings too. really cute. Oh, this just made me realize there's a. I'm gonna have to go grab that in a second. There's one more thing I forgot to get, but also got the. This is the pop-up parade Kasai Teto, the OG design once again. Actually took this one out of the box, so this one I can show off a little better. So there she is. Look at her go. And there she goes. Alright. Oh yeah, so I also got, oh, this is like from some claw machine there. Yeah, this is the Synthesizer V outfit. I had like a bunch of different variations of that. Oh, well, hold on. I gotta grab the other one really quick. Hold on. So this is, you know, we got the OG Teto, we got the Synthesizer V Teto, but we got the Voice Peak Teto, which I really love the her design. Like her outfit is super cool with the like the waveform clothes and everything. And this really cute plush. I like this one a lot. So yep, this we got the whole trilogy of Tetos here, but this is the one that I went to like Akihabara and then like 2 other locations, and it was only at that third and like last location on like before one of the last days before I'm leaving. But I finally found this. This is the, what is it, like made by Taito, I think? The Teto baguette plush. Fat. Holy shit. But yeah, what was stupid about this though was like I probably spent like over $100 of yen on this. And I didn't even get it, but because what happened was, and I'll put a picture in the video here. It's like, you know, I'm trying to get her, and then employee comes over and is like, oh, here, let me give you some support. So they open the machine, and then they take down one of the other plushes in the machine, and then they position the one I was trying to get like on top in a way like where it goes in the like dispenser, whatever you want to call it, like it's hanging right over the edge, and she's like, there you go. I'm like, all right, thanks. So I just push it down, and that was it. So I think what it was is they just saw I was hogging the machine for like, I think I was literally there for like 3 hours maybe on the same machine. Maybe 2, maybe 3 is a little high estimate, but anyway, glad I got it. That was actually like one of the main things I was trying to look for there. Even if I spent over $100 on it, but whatever, we got it. Is that every? No, that is not everything. Because some of this stuff is stuff well, I mean, obviously that Teto stuff was the, you know, figures and whatnot. Stuff I got online a long time ago, but we got the Yukuri Shite Tene, I think that's how you say it. There's the Take It Easy. Like those little figures from 2chan, 5chan, whatever the hell it is. But the Reimu and Marissa, their faces are really funny. Focus. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, Take It Easy. So yeah, really cute. And also, this, I don't even know why they made this, but what is it, Mega House? So Mega House did like a couple years back a re-release of the Sukuda original Battle Dome, which I did buy. It was the black one they put out, but then they put out this. Why did they put out a white Battle Dome variant? Also, if my cat gets in the way of the camera, we'll see what happens here. This may get interesting. Yeah. I don't even think he knows what's going on here. Why? So yeah. Why no white Battle Dome? Well, you got it. So yeah, I've not actually unboxed this yet. I unboxed the black one that I got, the first release that they did. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty cool. You got like the blue and orange color scheme. I think they released this around Christmas, I want to say. I think that's when they released it, so I didn't get it until like a few months later. But yeah, really crazy, but really cool. And I don't know. I think that's everything. Also, oh my god, please. We could have this. I think this is going to be the ending of the video. We're going to have a catastrophic situation here. Thomas. All right, Thomas, you're going to be the one to end the video. Hey, what you gotta say? Meow.